yes. A couple weeks ago, Elaine and I went down to my aunt's funeral. And on the way home back from it, we were talking about the funeral and a little bit about some of the thoughts that were shared at the funeral. And Elaine made the comment that it's sad that after somebody passes away, that we actually get up and tell them things about them, lessons that they have learned. So this here's where the spotlight is going to come on us now. And we're going to, if you guys feel comfortable with it, those that feel comfortable, share some of your thoughts about it. Okay? I will start out to give you some time to kind of think about it and stuff. So for me, there's two things about Elaine that stands out for me. The first thing is Elaine puts everybody before. It doesn't matter what's going on in Elaine's life. It doesn't matter how chaotic it is. It doesn't matter what's going on. If you have something that you need in your life, and you need some help with something, she will put you first. She will sacrifice her desires and her needs. I should I give her a lot of hard time about that because she does. She sacrifices everything for her friends, her co-workers, her family to meet their needs. The other thing about Elaine that I've learned is she doesn't know the word or doesn't understand no or to give up. Some of you know that she does have hearing aids and stuff, and that's been a challenge for her. And she doesn't give up. She doesn't use that as an excuse. But one of the things you guys may not know about Elaine is before she actually got her hearing aids, as a family, we decided one spring that we were going to go out for a walk, a hike up in the canyon. We had talked about this, it was not an easy hike. It was a steep hike down into it. And when we got to the bottom of the canyon, Elaine managed to find some pebble gravel, and she slipped on the gravel, and in the process of doing that, she actually broke her leg. It was we tried as a scoutmaster, and with my two boys with us, we tried everything that we could do as scouts that we knew about, finding ways to be able to get her out of the canyon. We didn't know at the time that her leg was actually broken. Okay, so we tried carrying on back, doing the chair for him to sit on. The fact of the matter of it is the ground was just too steep for us to be able to do anything with it, to be able to carry her out of that canyon. She actually walked out of the canyon. And we took her down to the hospital afterwards, and they were like, you did what? Yeah, they found out that the x-ray that she had actually broke her foot, but yet she still managed to find the strength and the ability to hike out of that canyon. So from that, I learned from Elaine that she just doesn't give up. Things do get hard. She has faced a lot of trials and a lot of challenges. She finds the strength within her to press on and to see the job through. And for that, I love her. Okay. Enough of the emotions for me.
Wait. I told Mike we need to have like living funerals. I didn't see a funeral for me.
So that's all that I had to say. If you guys have any thoughts that you would like to share about Elaine, please feel free to take a couple of minutes here to share those. I know I'm putting everybody on the spot. I apologize for that. I'll give you a couple of minutes and then we'll go back to me.
I'll go first, because I have to leave in a few minutes. But Elaine and I had a few people on our team in 2011, and she had really bad blisters. And I her feet. Because she had these shoes that were giving her really bad blisters. And she didn't give up. She finished her race, and I had never seen her in such pain. She was crying at the end of the race. But she didn't give up, and she finished her race. And she was my walking buddy for many years, and I just love her to death.
Anybody know what the Ragnar is when Lori talks about the Ragnar? Ragnar, it's a race that goes from Park City, it starts up at Logan, it goes for about 24 hours and ends up in Park City. So everybody, it's usually a 12-man team that will participate in the race. But everybody will end up running anywhere from 12 to 26 miles during that race. So when Lori's saying that she's running with blisters on her feet and the trainers are taping her up, just kind of give you an idea that it's not an easy feat that was finished.
One of the stories is ambitious.
Okay, well, first of all, Braden wanted me to say that even though you're deaf, you're a good listener.
No, I said that. I said that. He stole it from me. No.
That wasn't me. That was your son.
I was gonna.
But truly, you know, with my own mom, I've faced losing her many times, and that was the worst thing that I could ever think of. And I know that one day I felt like I wouldn't have a mom again, but you have become a mom to me, and I'm so grateful for that, because when things come up with family things, I know I'll always have a mom, and now I have two, and that's just a comfort to me and you welcome me into your family. And I'm a lot, and I, you know, and with my anxiety and different things, and you're one of the most understanding people I've ever met in my life. And I'm just thankful to have you as my mother. And you raised my husband, who's amazing, and I know he's thankful to have you. Personally, you are a mother to me, and I'm grateful for that. I'm gonna say my two. I'm gonna get closer so she can hear me though. I'm one of those lucky one of Elaynes running buddies, but more importantly, we were neighbors for a long time, and it was hard because when we moved, I didn't have that support that I was going to be. Elayne, you probably all know, is very positive and very, very loving to anything that anybody's going through. And I gained a lot of love and support when I went through some really hard things, and it was because of Elayne and Mike, and a lot of you, because you have welcomed me into your family also many times in your parties, but I'm just really grateful because you have been very accepting of my faults, and she's very encouraging in any part of my life. And we went on many runs that we could have that therapy. And I really miss the times that me, Mike, and Elayne actually trained for a half marathon. We had some really good moments of love and kindness, and I couldn't have got through even that half marathon without them. And the Ragnar too, but that wasn't my favorite. But it was great. Anyways, I sure love you. Happy birthday.
And this isn't awkward.
I was gonna say.
Well, I guess I'll go since
help kind of organize a little bit, I'll be less emotional. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Scott. I'm the secondary principal, work with Elaynes. And when we were going through the process of trying to decide on who to hire, I was looking at like all the different people, and there were some internal people, and I just was like, and I knowing Spectrum, for those of you that know Spectrum, it is a very steep learning curve for anybody that comes into the school and is trying to learn all the different things that we've got, that we have to do for our students and stuff here. And so typically, probably shouldn't say this in a public setting, but typically we look at a lot of hiring internally just because that it kind of helps with that learning curve a little bit. And looking at kind of some of those, everybody, I was like, I need someone that compliments me and is able to do the things that I'm not going to be good at. And Elaynes has absolutely been that. I actually think it's kind of flipped a little bit. On my door, if you go into the office here, you can look at the door. They did a heart attack, some of the students. And I saw one of them holding up like a trophy that was like number 2 on my door. I was like, and actually Bree noticed it. And I was like, well, who's number 1? And it was, and I was like, I can get on board with that. That fits actually perfectly. So I think that I actually probably compliment her, so that she probably likes it. But yeah. Thank you for everything you do.
I just want to basically echo what Scott says. It's definitely nerve-wracking to have somebody from outside of Spectrum to come in, but Elaynes has filled the role so perfectly, and just been so impressed with how amazing she has stepped up, and the support that she gives her staff, and how she stands up for us. It's really helpful, and I am proud to work with somebody like her. It just makes me happy, and I love that we're hearing aid twins. So.
This is why you're moving to Florida.
I would like to say Elaynes is genuine, she is loyal. We go back as far as elementary school, she and I, so a lot of years in life spent experiencing things together, and she is definitely, amongst the 4 of us that are so close, she is definitely the glue. She keeps us all connected. We're all very different from each other, but she's generally the one who reaches out and gets us all back together and has kept us going strong as a friendship for a whole lot of years. So, love you.
I have to pay you to be my friends.
My first time meeting Elaynes, I was laying on the floor by the front office, swearing because I had just broken my hand. And I just remember seeing this lady going, what happened? And then very shortly after that, I had a tragedy. And Elaynes reached out to me several times while I was on leave and while I was going through things, and really helped me know that there was support, and Scott did also. Well, everybody did. this is about her.
It's okay, we need that Scott too. We share a lot.
But coming back to school after taking some leave and really like getting to work with Elaine, I'm just so grateful for the light that you offer. Like, I go to the front office every day to say hello to you because I know that that's going to automatically help me feel better. That's gonna just, seeing you and seeing your grace is gonna automatically make my day a little bit better to start with. So I just really appreciate you, not only as a leader, but I mean, we rock an awesome book club.
Elaine, can you hear me okay?
She can hear me, she can't tell where it's coming from.
No stereo.
Just some background. I met Elaine when I just moved here from Arkansas in 8th grade. She was one of the first people. I wanted to find somebody I could eat lunch with because in 8th grade that's so important. And so I walked up to her, and her friendship and my friendship began right at that point where she said, "You bet, come join me." And ever since then, she's been my go-to person as I've had youth that struggle. And as a lot of you know, she worked at Center for Change before here. So she was always my go-to person for help and advice, raising my teenagers, even though she had so much on her plate. And like our friend Karma said, we are each unique, but we have been able to remain friends, and I so appreciate you being there for me that day, because that meant so much to me. Thank you.